last 106 years. Hundreds of players have called this place home over the decades, proudly representing the Sandgrounders through thick and thin. As the club celebrates its landmark 130th anniversary, 65 of those former players congregated at the Prince of Wales Hotel on Lord Street for the latest in the series of 10-yearly players' reunions, each player bringing with him a wealth of experience and memories, many fond, some less so, of his time at Southport Football Club. These 10-yearly reunions began back in 1981 to celebrate Southport Football Club's centenary. The opportunity to hold them arose from the many interviews Mike Braham and I had conducted with former players, which ultimately led to the production of our book, The Sandgrounders. This provided us with a huge database of players' addresses and contact numbers, essential for any reunion. The 4 reunions have not always been held at the same venue. In 1981 we visited the Bold Hotel. In 1991 it was the Prince of Wales Hotel at the opposite end of Lord Street. 10 years on we were at the Floral Hall on the Promenade, and this year, 2011, we were back at the Prince of Wales.
Hello everyone. For anyone who doesn't know me, I'm but I don't normally speak on these occasions, but there's a very good reason for speaking tonight, because there are 2 people who should have been here who aren't. The first one was a man who attended all these reunions. He travelled down from the north east, he lived outside Middlesbrough. He was a centre forward, played in the mid-50s, scored 19 goals for us over a couple of seasons, laid on a lot of goals for the likes of Bill Holmes, George Nolan, Bobby McElvenny. He was a big man, I mean, think 2 Eric Redrobes, that sort of size. He was also a big-hearted man. He loved these occasions, and he always supported them fully by sending a huge donation every time. Well, I wrote to him this time. He'd had a couple of operations earlier this year on his back, which had always been a problem since his playing days. He said they'd both gone disastrously, but he said all things being equal, I'll be there. Well, early September, Mike Braham, whoever he is, rang me and said, have you seen the Telegraph today? And there in the obituary column was the death of Bill Beaton. And it just absolutely shattered me. I mean, he was so looking forward to it. He'd got within a month of coming to his 4th reunion like this. And it was just something that was a blood clot. It just happened suddenly and peacefully at home. So that was one bit of bad news. The other one was that somebody had been holding back as a surprise. I hadn't told anybody about him coming. There was a man who played 7 seasons for us at centre-half from 1958 to 1965. And there'll be at least 20 people in this room now who have played in the same team as him. He was 80, he had gone out to live in Spain after he retired, but he was missing the grandchildren, so he came back to Banbury where he lived. And I'm talking about Roger Darwin. He was suffering from Alzheimer's a bit, but he was anxious to come. His wife was making arrangements to bring them up. She booked the train tickets for yesterday. He was going to stay here overnight. I got a phone call from her on Friday evening, 2 days ago. He's had a stroke and wouldn't be able to attend. And I know that loads of people here would have been absolutely delighted to see Roger again. He's a lovely man. She said if he does recover sufficiently, she'd like to bring him up later this year to Southport, and we'll try and get a few of you together and knew him to meet him when he's up. But I was really looking forward to Roger being around tonight. It would have been great. We did a series of articles in the Southport Visitor called Players from the Past, and I interviewed Roger for that at the time. This was back in 73 actually. I was talking to him and I said, 256 appearances in 7 years for a club like Southport. What was it kept you there, surely you could have gone somewhere else and made more money and everything. And he said, well, it was just that Southport gave me the opportunity of a regular game in the Football League, week after week. And he said, to tell you the truth, he said, if the club had known, I'd have paid them to play. Well, you don't get many people saying that sort of thing these days. In fact, he's the only person who's ever said that to me, but Roger meant it, he was that sort of guy. So I wondered perhaps if we could just, we ask you for a round of applause. Firstly, for Roger, hoping that he'll make a good recovery from the stroke that he's had, and maybe get up later this year and perhaps see a few of you. And also, by way of thanks to Bill Beadnell, and in memory of him, of course, and a man whose heart and soul is in Southport Football Club. So, Roger Darble,
Bill Beadnell's letter, proudly on display in the ballroom at the hotel, was accompanied by those of many others, such as George Andrews, Jim Fryatt and Johnny Fielding, who were unfortunately unable to attend for various reasons, but whose affection for the club clearly remained strong. For those in attendance, there were plenty of opportunities for nostalgia and reminiscence, not just through the chance to catch up with former teammates, but with this terrific board on display, full of photos and other mementos from the club history, such as this contract from 1953, which was met with particular interest by the room. Recounting their memories of the club, Rob Irwin spoke to 3 former players, beginning with one of the top scorers of all time, Gary Cooper.
Scorer of arguably the best goal ever for Southport. Do you remember it, Gary?
I remember it as if it was yesterday.
Yeah? Talk us through it.
It was one of our bigger games against Hull. League Cup. I think Billy Bremner was the skipper at that time. And I think we were 2-1 down at the time. I remember, I think Snooks hit a long floated ball up to George, about halfway, about 30 yards away from goal. George just knocked it back and it bounced just beautifully from it, and I just caught it right.
Yeah.
And
it flew in, didn't it? And a big crowd on that night for Southport, wasn't it?
We had a real good crowd on that night, and we'd made a good start that season. We had made a really, really good start.
Yeah. Do you remember the replay? Did you play in the replay?
I played in the replay at was it Booth Ferry?
Yeah.
Yeah. We put a good show up in the replay as well. We
just went down.
Quite unfortunate to not go through.
And after you left Southport, you went to, because you came back as a non-league player, didn't you?
Yeah. I travelled. I think I played at Morecambe, Lancaster, and then I came back here when Johnny Johnson came to manage in the old Premier League, Northern Premier League. And
a couple of hat-tricks, if I remember right, didn't you?
Yeah, I did quite well. We set off pretty well that season, and we at one stage looked like we were going to win the league, and we just came apart right at the vital time, round Easter time, where you need to pick points up, and we didn't.
Yeah.
But we were a very, very good, solid team then. And the other thing, of course, is in those days, everybody used to love the football. I'm not saying they don't love it now, but you could have a smile on your face and crack a joke and really enjoy I'm very, very fortunate to play in a good time to play football.
You had a good time at Southport?
Oh,
Yeah.
you only need to look here tonight. I mean, would people turn up in the numbers that they've turned up? And everyone you look at knows all the other players, has a smile on the face, talking about what the times were like. Everybody's got a story, I'm sure they have, and it's a fantastic club. It's a family club, and that's why you've got people here in the numbers that we have tonight. They've got a very good affection for the club.
What have you done since you left Southport, work-wise?
Work-wise, I work at BAE Systems and I've done.
Oh, dear.
I have done for 20 odd years now. Yeah, so.
A bit of dodgy time at the moment.
Well, yeah, but I'm approaching 57, so.
The time might be right.
The time might be right, but I still enjoy my life. So, and I always look for Southport's result. It's the first result I always look for.
Smashing. Okay. Thank you very much. Lovely. Thank you. Right, we've now got Andy Mutch, one of the more famous people that played for Southport over the years. Tell us a bit about your time at Southport first, Andy. What do you remember most?
Oh, it's fantastic. The lads, the squad we had there, they were all full of characters, you know, George Carr, Ronnie Nadin, Rob Sturgeon, Sean, who went on to do really well. And we just had fantastic times. John Coleman, I think, you know, was managing Accrington Stanley now. So it was a great time, you know. We in the FA Trophy, because we were in Northern Premier League, which is just a league below the top non-league, and we had a cracking run. And in fact, it was my final game. We got knocked out at Kidderminster after a replay, and after that game I signed for Wolves then. But it was just fantastic times. We all just turned up, did the training, you know, all mucked in, and I loved it. And the characters was the main thing, the players, you know.
You mentioned signing for Wolves. I think people away from Southport will probably remember you for that more than anything, with your Steve Bull partnership.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about that.
Oh, it was good, you know. Steve was obviously a tremendous player. He signed for West Brom, and all of a sudden, I'd been there for a year already. We got together, so we had 7 years up front together in the end, and he scored plenty of goals, and I helped him along the way and scored a few myself. So it was quite a renowned partnership, and fortunately enough, we both ended up playing for England B team.
Did you get to the B team stage?
Yeah, I played for the under-21s as well in the B team, and Steve went on to play for the first team, England, you know, the top side, and I think he played about 16 games. I think he did, scored a few goals, so he did tremendously well. So again, they were tremendous times.
And after you playing, you did a bit of you've been manager at Burscough. You had a spell, did you?
Yeah, I've had a few. I managed down at Telford and then at Morecambe as assistant manager to Jim Harvey. We were particularly successful. We were there, which was good. I made a bit of a mistake there. Really, I left when I shouldn't have, because I wanted to become a manager in my own right, and it didn't quite work out. Then I ended up through a friend managing Vauxhall Motors for a period of time, and then the guy who stepped down went back in charge, because that's what the plan was. And then I worked at Burscough. Didn't enjoy Burscough that much, really. I sort of lost the appetite then, because the owner at the time was not very well at all, and there was not any money in the club, and it became very difficult, you know, to manage lads. They weren't getting any money, we couldn't bring players in, and we're down the bottom struggling. And we didn't do bad for a spell, but it's, you know, it's the wrong end of the table you want to be, and I sort of lost my enthusiasm a bit for it then, so consequently I've not really been in management now for maybe a couple of years or so. I'm missing it, of course, but at the same time, you never know what's around the corner. I've always wanted to manage Southport Football Club. I've never hid the fact from Charlie. I've spoken to him a few times, done a few interviews. Hasn't worked out for every reason, but you know, at the same time, I hope very much that one day, you know, that opportunity might rise. Of course, Liam Watson is doing an absolute marvellous show at the moment. What a great season they've had so far.
Fantastic, isn't
only
it?
Early, but you know, some of the results they've had, and I saw Aidan Priest at the Shankly thing on Friday night, and he obviously Newport away, he was saying, "Oh, I hope we can do something," and Justin Edinburgh just gone in, which is always not a good time. What a result that was, 3-0
Fantastic, wasn't it? Yeah.
So, you know, they're really doing well, and I used to watch Southport on a Friday night when I was a kid, when they were in the Football League. You know, I just spoke to a few of the guys, Gary Cooper and Eric Snooks and guys like that who were playing. So my biggest dream is, along with a lot of problem with Southport supporters, is for them to get back into the Football League. I really want them to get there in my lifetime.
We all want, isn't it? Yeah.
We're all fingers crossed, and I really, really hope it happens. You know, know, and you never know the way they started this season. They might get in the playoff situation, who knows? And if they did that, you know, it's a lottery then, isn't it? So you know, if that happens, I'll be made up, you know.
Okay, thanks, Andy.
Yeah, no problem.
Right, well, now we've got George Nolan, who is the player here tonight who was, well, not the oldest, are you, George, but you
I believe I am the oldest.
Are you the oldest one here tonight?
Well, I think so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't swear to it, but
Yeah.
46, 47.
Right, just after the war?
That's just for the war.
Yeah. What can you remember about your time at Southport?
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. I can't complain. I got paid for this. Can I talk about the manager?
Yeah. Say whatever you want.
I wasn't too keen on the manager.
Who was it?
Gordon Hunt.
All right. Well, he was at Southport for a long time.
He
wasn't
was. He didn't like you train with the ball. He wanted to do running and exercises. But as soon as the ball comes on the field, he's to get hold of the ball and throw it, just throw it away. Wasn't too happy with him.
No.
And I don't think that there was a lot of players. Am I all right to say in all this?
Of course you can, yeah.
I don't think that there was an awful lot of players at that time. They weren't happy with the manager. I'm sorry, Mr. Hunt, but
No, it's okay.
that's it.
Yeah. How many games did you actually play for Southport?
That's a lot. I can't remember.
No.
I was mostly in the reserves because if you didn't like the manager, you
He
weren't
dropped
playing.
you.
You weren't playing.
Yeah.
You weren't playing. And I had a game. I had a few words with him. And if you didn't like the manager and he didn't like you, you weren't playing.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Okay.
But apart from that, I was okay.
Yeah. Who else have you played for in your footballing career?
I was with Everton in my amateur days.
Yeah.
I was in Everton I was about 16, 17, and I played for Everton, and I played at Aston Villa, Bolton Wanderers, in the reserves. In the reserves.
Yeah.
And it was, I enjoyed it, And then after that, I went to North Wales, and I was up in North Wales for about 10 to 12 years,
Yeah.
Penmaenmawr, Colwyn Bay,
Yeah.
Clanford-Feckin.
All right.
Yeah.
So have you enjoyed your football in life? Then?
Always.
Yeah. What would you say would be your best memory of all your footballing career?
Playing up in North Wales.
Enjoyed that?
Yeah. There was the gang of lads that you used to meet on the train. You used to meet on the train going there and going back, and you'd swap little anecdotes with them. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and I got paid for it, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And what did you do when you finished playing football?
I started courting then.
Got in the way of your life, did it?
Yeah, I started courting then, but it was all right. I enjoyed the football. I enjoyed the playing. I enjoyed the camaraderie with the players. I wouldn't say I was a brilliant player, but I was a decent player. But apart from that, enjoyed it.
Okay.
Right.